Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1.
Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into another edition of From the Rough, America's favorite golf podcast, right here on FanStream Sports. I'm IndyCar Tim. It is Recap Monday, and before you ask, yes, PGA of America member John Gerber is out today. He's officially on what we are calling today drunk golf assignment, which means right now somewhere a man with a 2 handicap is explaining to strangers why their swing is almost there while holding a transfusion in one hand. Godspeed, John Gerber. Well, we've got plenty to talk about today. Collin Morikawa wins his first tournament since 2023. Scottie Scheffler nearly pulls off another Sunday miracle. Minwoo Lee tried to steal it. Rory McIlroy quietly shoots a 64. Jordan Spieth doing Jordan Spieth things. Viktor Hovland going viral for umbrella physics. And Justin Thomas news, as he has not played yet. And we've got some information on when he might be on the course. And oh, by the way, this was a $20 million signature event. So let's get into it, boys and girls. Need to remind everybody today's episode is always brought to you by OrionGolf.com. If you're looking for smart professional golf management solutions to take your course to the next level, visit OrionGolf.com, your partner in streamlined operations, improved player experiences, and next-generation golf course management, from scheduling and membership services to event coordination, strategic business solutions. Orion Golf helps facilities run smoother and more profitably every single day. Orion Golf's team understands what it takes to grow rounds, build loyalty, and elevate your golf brand. Whether you're a course owner, director of golf, or part of a club leadership team, their customized management tools and expert support are built for your success. That's OrionGolf.com, where smart golf management meets real results. Visit OrionGolf.com today and discover why golf starts with better management. Thank you, boys. So, Collin Morikawa. It's weird to say this, but it felt like he'd been gone. Not gone. Well, gone. Just not winning. His last victory on the PGA Tour was the Zozo in 2023. His last win in the United States, 2021. For a guy with 2 majors and one of the purest iron games in the world, that seems like forever. But Sunday at Pebble Beach, he looked like himself again. 22 under, clutch birdie on 18, no playoff, no drama. Just Collin Morikawa precision. And the way he did it is what stands out. He wasn't leading early. He didn't come out firing like Scottie Scheffler. He just hung around. Birdie, bogey, birdie, birdie on 7 and 8. Then he waited. When the back 9 came around and guys started pressing, Burns, Lee, and Bridgman, Morikawa calmly drains a 30-footer on 15. Yawn. That was the shot. Then another birdie on 16. Now he's 2 clear. Then he misses 17. Bogey. Now he's tied. And that's where you see whether a guy still has it. He waits 20 minutes on 18 while Jacob Bridgman is basically negotiating with the Pacific Ocean about relief options. And you know that wait felt like 3 hours for Morikawa. He hits the fairway, perfect approach, up and down birdie, game over. And that's elite golf. That's why he's got 7 wins now. And that's why he just cashed a $3.6 million check. And that's why what's wrong with Collin Morikawa conversations can now stop. He's won a signature event, and he looked good doing it. Without dominating, just being steady. Playing steady Collin Morikawa golf. That's what he does. That's what he used to do. And then he stopped. But apparently that's what he's doing again. And let's talk about the Terminator. Do I have to remind you that Scottie Scheffler is an absolute machine? Let's talk about the Terminator. Scottie Scheffler was 13 shots back on Friday. 8 back entering Sunday. Then he goes 7 under through 7 holes. 7. Through 7. Let me repeat that.
Scottie Scheffler
Goes 7 under through 7 holes. He made more than 150 feet of putts in that final round, the first time in his career. He hit 3 eagles, and somehow he still didn't win. He finishes T4 at 20 under with a 63. And here's the scary part. He said he didn't have his best stuff. That's the difference right now between Scottie and the rest of the world. His floor is absurd. He hasn't finished outside the top 10 since last year's Player Championship. Let that sink in. I'll say it again. He hasn't finished outside the top 10 since last year's Players Championship. You want consistency? That's what it looks like. He doesn't panic. He doesn't chase. He just keeps on stacking top 10s like it's a subscription service. Let's talk about some others here who deserve a ton of credit. I think Minwoo Lee falls into that. Back-to-back birdies to finish. Posts to 21 under. Held a clubhouse lead. Pressure squarely on Morikawa. Sepp Straka was right there too. Signature events aren't small fields anymore. They're just elite fields. And the depth showed this week. And look, I'm not a fan of the signature events. I never have been, and you will never convince me to be able to convince me to be a fan of these things. I'm not able to comprehend the purpose, the meaning, the significance, how it's good for the game. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me, and it never will. But these fields with these signature events are elite, and we saw what happens when you have those elite players playing together this week, I think. Sam Burns made a run showing the depth here. Akshay Bhatia led at 54 holes. He just could not close. And that's now 1 for 4 converting 54-hole leads for Bhatia. He's got to learn. He's got to learn to close, and I think he will. But the thing about Pebble Beach, it does not wait for you to grow up. It's got other ideas for you. So who else were we looking at? Rory McIlroy shot a 64 on Sunday. No bogeys. 3 doubles and a triple earlier in the week. That's the difference between T13 and lifting a trophy. The iron play looked good. The driver was aggressive. He's building towards something. What about Jordan Spieth? Saturday, 5 under through 7. Sunday, 4 under through 6. Then, bogey, bogey, bogey. That is the most Jordan Spieth stat line imaginable. He finished T29. Is it encouraging? Yes. Is it frustrating? Also, yes. Viktor Hovland, umbrella in a tree, swimming floaties on the range, T58. His driving numbers are concerning, but those vibes are undefeated from Viktor Hovland. There's no question about it. So let's talk purse. $20 million total, $3.6 million to Morikawa. The top 10 clear $500,000. Last place made $32,000. That's real money. Signature events are changing the landscape. I still hate them. Here's what's interesting. After Scheffler dominated 2024's signature events, 2025 had 8 different winners, and now 2026 starts with Collin Morikawa. Parity is here. Depth is real. And absolutely nobody is running away with the tour right now. And I love that. I'm here for it. Even while Scottie is dominating, it doesn't feel like Scottie is dominating. He hasn't dominated the winner's circle yet. Some potentially big news here if you're a Justin Thomas fan, as Justin Thomas has just been medically cleared. He, of course, had that microdiscectomy. It's easy for me to say back in November. He's now swinging freely. He's targeting the Florida swing to return. He's ranked number 12 in the world. I have issues with that, by the way. They're weird world golf rankings. I'll never understand how that's formulated or why it's done the way it is. Justin, of course, won the RBC Heritage last year. If he's healthy, that's another star back in the mix for the PGA Tour. The Florida swing just got loaded with Scheffler, Rory, Morikawa, JT, Minwoo Lee, Sam Burns. If you weren't looking forward to the Florida swing before, you sure as hell better be looking for it now, because that's appointment television, boys and girls. That is must-see TV, with all apologies to NBC for stealing one of their taglines. So to sum things up here on a shortened From the Rough, Collin Morikawa back in the winner's circle. Scottie Scheffler refuses to disappear. The young guns are coming. The veterans are lurking, and Justin Thomas is returning. The PGA Tour feels deep right now. It feels competitive. It feels unpredictable, and that's exactly what we want heading into the Florida swing. We will go over Johnny's picks. And my what do we call them? My spinner picks, my wheel of misfortune picks. So let's take a look at those things. We're going to take a quick break here before we do that. Come back on the other side. Johnny, of course, as he usually does when he misses the show, did a little video for us. So we're going to take a look at that here. We are From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports. Back after
Hi,
this.
golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Sports fans, it's time to gear up. Head to fanstreamsports.com and check out our brand new merchandise store. We're talking bold t-shirts, 3/4 zips, hoodies, hats, mugs, and more. Everything you need to rep your favorite shows and your favorite crew. Whether you're rolling with the J.P. Peterson Show in Tampa Bay, From the Rough in Dallas, the Tim May Show featuring Clay Hall, or the Jeff Thidoff Show in Ohio, or any of our FanStream Sports original programming, we've got the perfect look for game day and every day. So don't wait. fanstreamsports.com. Click merch and grab your gear now. Wear the stream, live the stream, fanstreamsports.com.
Hey folks, let me tell you about Bay Area Modern Medical Center, a very different kind of approach to primary care. Personalized preventative medicine, not a one-pill-fits-all mentality. Christopher Lugo and his experienced medical staff are proactive in looking at issues before they become a problem, encouraging a healthy lifestyle with proper diet, supplements, and exercise to optimize your active lifestyle. Rather than the impersonal, rushed approach, you will be the only patient and will have our full attention. That's new. Getting old is inevitable, but feeling and looking old is avoidable. Bay Area Modern Medical Centers are experts in anti-aging regenerative medicine that optimizes your body's performance in many areas. So call for an appointment to get started on a journey back to full health and a happy life with a new, modern way of healthcare. Call 844-977-3477 or go to BAMMC.com. That's 844-977-3477 or BAMMC.com.
Today's show is brought to you by Tomstown, a premier craft distillery based in Kansas City, Missouri. Discover their award-winning lineup, including double oaked bourbon, botanical gin, and double grain vodka. Named the best craft vodka by the readers of USA Today. Available for online delivery in 40 states. Visit toms-town.com or their Kansas City distillery to explore more. Elevate your game with Tomstown, where history meets innovation. Please enjoy responsibly. Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, We make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
Let's go.
Right now.
Back to the show on FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports. I'm IndyCar Tim. Johnny Gerber is on drunk golf assignment. He will return with us on our preview Wednesday, 5 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Eastern, right here on FanStream Sports, wherever you get your podcast later the same day, or always live at FanStreamSports.com. So let's get into, as we launch the music and launched the Johnny's favorite, I guess it's kind of his theme song here. That's what we like to call it anyway. Again, Johnny not with us. Johnny's card, though. Let's see. We'll throw him up on the screen, and then while he's talking, maybe I'll try to – I don't know if I can throw them both up on the screen at all. Let's take a look at what he had here for us, though, from last week. His 3 winners, Siwoo Kim, Maverick McNeely, Michael Thorbjornsen. His ham sandwich or a long shot, Michael Kim. Top 10, Viktor Hovland, Kevin Yu. And his 2 top 20s, Tom Hoge and Ryan Fox. Those were the picks. How did that work out for him? Johnny, why don't you tell us yourself?
Good afternoon, everybody. John Gerber here, co-host of From the Rough podcast on FanStream Sports. Just doing a little quick betting recap for last week's AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Not a lot of the great results that we wanted to, but boy, what a tournament at Pebble Beach. It looked very calm and mundane the first three days, but boy, look at that ending. That Pebble really showed its teeth, what Pebble Beach has a tendency to do. So they were lucky to get 3 days in of great weather, and then that last day. That's what I'm used to playing in when we go out to play in the Pebble Beach Invitational. So, hey, I didn't feel sorry for those guys, but they did play some great golf. Congratulations to Collin Morikawa. We have a little running joke on the show, but when he plays well, going into something like that and ends up winning first time in a few years, you got to get your hats off to him. And then Beach Pro-Am.
Whoops. That was my bad. I had to stop it because I was going to say that's the first time I've ever heard Johnny say anything nice about Collin Morikawa.
Going into something like that and ends up winning first time in a few years, you got to get your hats off to him. And then obviously the press conference a little bit after, knowing that he's expecting to be a father, good for him. Congratulations to him. But just icing on the cake when it comes to that, having a family and then winning again at the historic Pebble Beach. But not a great week for us on the betting side. We were really close there. Had an opportunity for Maverick McNeely if he kind of pushed, have another great round on Sunday, but he just couldn't get that. The weather just didn't allow a super low round in the afternoon. They got the low rounds in the morning. Rory played really well, and Scottie played really well, but they teed off and got finished really before the hard weather came in. But hey, great rounds. We did cash in on our top 20 pick with Tom Hoge. We had a chance to cash in with our other top 20 pick with Ryan Fox, but finished one shot out of the 20. But a losing week for the first time all year. We did lose $400. We did 1-1 on our matchups, but we took Jake Knapp getting plus 133, so that kind of gave us a little bit of a positive. But still minus 400 loss for the week. That gets our total still to plus $370 for the year. Not great, but again, our first losing week. But looking forward to previewing the final signature event on the West Coast Swing, Riviera Tigers Tournament. We are 2-4-1 on our matchups. Not a lot of matchups that I like so far this year, but again, looking forward to a bounce back week at Riviera, and we'll be previewing that on Wednesday. Tim and I at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern on From the Rough podcast on FanStream Sports. Looking forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday.
There he goes, Johnny Gerbinator the Gerber, as he is on drunk golf assignment right now, as I effort to put myself back on the screen. Work with me here. There we go. So I will also throw up for you guys that followed on Wednesday of last week. We broke out my brand new bit. Look, I'll go back a little bit here. When Johnny and I first started this thing, obviously he was doing his picks, and I felt left out, quite honestly. And I was like, yeah, I know it's his show, but I feel like I should be doing picks. But, Tim, you don't know anything about picks. Tim, you don't know anything about golf betting and golf gambling. Well, it took me about a year to kind of figure out how Johnny did things. And not that anybody can do things the way Johnny does, but I at least figured out some of his, I guess, some of the ways he goes about doing things and how he comes about some of the things that he tells you guys about and bets. Again, he's betting all his own money on all of this, too, by the way. He's not just a talking head on the show telling you where to put your money. He does all of this. He doesn't tell you anything that he's not doing himself. So that's a little backstory of that. So eventually I decided to just start doing I kind of called them random picks, and we would just keep track of it. And then we got to where Johnny would grade them. He'd do a thumbs up or a thumbs down or whatever, or just laugh at me. Usually it's a laugh, which is fine. My picks are for entertainment purposes only. Well, I got a little bored just doing the picks, right? So on Wednesdays, I'm usually in the studio in Dallas, the FanStream Sports Studio, and we have a big spinning wheel that we call the Wheel of Misfortune. It's for one of our other shows that I'm on, the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show, where when we mess up something on the show or we misquote or give a wrong stat or something, we have to spin the wheel. It's kind of like a bet payoff. You have to spin the wheel to figure out what your punishment is, and we write all those punishments on there. Well, for the golf show, I'm using that wheel now for my picks. And I will predetermine about 7 golfers I'll put on the wheel. I think there's 7 slots. I only pick a top 10, a top 20, and a winner. So I will go ahead of the show, before the show, and I'll decide what who my golfers will be for that week. And then the wheel will decide, and Johnny will decide what slot that golfer goes in. So whether it's a top 10, a top 20, or a winner. And, I'll let Johnny pick, okay, John, is this my top 10, my top 20, or my winner? And he'll say, this spin is for this. And then I'll spin it, whatever golfer it lands on, that's who gets slotted. So this is who my golfers were. I did have a hit. I'll call the spinner had a hit, not me. I had Tommy Fleetwood as my winner. He finished at T4 at 20 under. Corey Connors is my top 20. He finished T70 at just 2 under. But my Scottie Scheffler top 10 hit because, of course, he was T4 at 20 under there alongside Tommy Fleetwood. So, look, I don't get credit for this, really. I don't have bragging rights because it's just I did put Scottie Scheffler on the wheel. But I feel like even when you pick Scottie Scheffler to win something and you win, you're still not really winning because there's no value. I'm not making these bets. This is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I hope you guys understand. So we'll do that again on Wednesday. For the Genesis Invitational, I'll have my 7 golfers on the wheel ready to go. And when it comes time for our picks, I'll bring the wheel over. I've got a specific camera that I put right there on the wheel. You can see it spinning on the show if you're watching the video. And that's how we go about it. It's just something a little fun to do. I got a lot of good feedback after that first show that we did it with on Wednesday. Hopefully that carries over a little bit into this coming Wednesday when we preview the Genesis Invitational. By the way, fanstreamsports.com. You can always find our live shows there on YouTube either or on the website. It's a link to the YouTube video is what it is. So on the main page, whatever show from any of our 4 regions is live, you'll see it there, or you can go to the region page, so FanStream Sports Dallas, Ohio, Tampa Bay, or Carolinas, and you will see that show there as well. So if you're ever looking for it, if you want to just search FanStream Sports on YouTube, you can find it there. But we do certainly hope you are following, you are subscribed to all 4 of our regions, or whichever one you are in that you are most interested in. The golf show goes to all 4. So that's how we do that because we're not necessarily a regional show. But, yeah, we appreciate everybody that's been subscribing. Our numbers are up on YouTube. They're also up across the downloads for the recorded podcast. By the way, if you were watching the video and you have a comment on anything, please make sure you comment so we can see it and give you credit and maybe discuss things with you. If you're listening to the podcast, 214-937-0569 is our FanStream Sports Studio text line. That is monitored 24/7, day and night. That's a little redundant, I guess, if I say 24/7 and then day and night, because that goes without saying. But, it's just make sure you tell us who you are and where you are texting from, and then whatever your comment or question or whatever observation is. And we will be happy to, again, give you credit and discuss your point on the next show. That's how we do things around here. So that's going to wrap things up for this Monday recap edition of FanStream Sports' is From the Rough, America's favorite golf podcast. Of course, always brought to you by Orion Golf over at oriongolf.com. Go check those boys out if you are in need of any type of golf facilities management solutions. They're the pros. They can help you out. No facility is too small. No facility or job is too big. Let them know Tim and Johnny at From the Rough sent you over there, and those boys will be happy to help you out. OrionGolf.com. We're going to be back again on Wednesday, as I mentioned. Talk some Genesis Invitational, maybe another update on Justin Thomas's medical clearance and all of that good stuff. I am IndyCar Tim. You better be here on Wednesday. If you're not, we'll come find you. Until then, boys and girls, y'all please keep hitting them straight.